is a cult? Official dictionaries define cult as a religion regarded as unorthodox or spurious, such as satanic cults. Another definition as a misplaced or excessive admiration for a particular person or thing. Many of the more extreme cults, a charismatic leader charms, some say brainwash members to follow an unconventional religion and set of rules. Cults have made headlines worldwide for many years and continue to fascinate in documentaries and popular podcasts. So today, we will talk about the top 10 most terrifying cults throughout history. Number 10. Movement for the Restoration of the Ten Commandments. The Movement for the Restoration of the Ten Commandments of God, based in Uganda, was founded by Credonia Werende, Joseph Kibwetir, and B. Tate. The group believed that the apocalypse would occur on December 31, 1999, and to avoid damnation, members had to follow the Ten Commandments very strictly. They were told the Virgin Mary and Jesus were always watching them and would curse them if they did not. Members believed this was the only way to avoid the apocalypse. On March 17, 2000, the movement's leaders invited hundreds of members to a party at a secluded church. The church caught fire. Windows and doors were boarded up. Many were stabbed and poisoned. All 530 who attended died. Other bodies were found in compounds throughout Uganda, for a total of 924 deaths. Some witnesses say they committed mass suicide because they believed Virgin Mary would appear on that day. Number 9. Angel's Landing. Angel's Landing Commune was a land plot in a rural area near Wichita, Kansas, where a now convicted rapist and murderer Daniel Perez, also known as Louis Castro, held power over a cult. For 15 years, Daniel Perez, who claimed to be a 1,000-year-old angel, led a traveling group of primary women from state to state. He told the members he was an angel who needed to sleep with children, or he would die. Over the years, Perez collected millions of dollars in life insurance policies from members who died. Following his 2015 trial, Perez was convicted of 28 crimes, including first-degree murder, rape, aggravated assault, and sexual exploitation of a child, among others. He was sentenced to life in prison. Number 8. The Manson Family. The Manson Family was a messianic cult and commune located in California in the late 1960s. The group was formed and led by the notorious criminal and cult leader Charles Manson, who has been controlling his followers of mostly young hippies with his helter-skelter philosophy. The so-called family's ideologies consisted of psychedelic drugs, free love, and mind control. Manson saw himself as a messiah. His following grew as he drugged and sexually violated female followers. He also sexually exploited them to recruit male followers. Manson instructed followers to kill people because he believed the murders would provoke the race war. In all, 9 people were murdered in several separate attacks. Manson was convicted of 9 counts of first-degree murder. He was imprisoned until his death in 2017, and some members of the cult are still in prison. Number 7. Heaven's Gate. Heaven's Gate was an American UFO religious cult based near San Diego, California. It was founded in 1974 and led by Marshall Applewhite and Bonnie Nettles. Their connection led them to believe they were aliens who took on human bodies as camouflage, and were sent to teach people about the afterlife in outer space called the Next Level. In March 1997, the world was shocked when 39 people wearing identical black sweatshirts and sneakers were found dead in a house in a suburb of San Diego. The group rented a mansion in Southern California, where members took phenobarbital mixed with applesauce and washed it down with vodka, then put plastic bags over their heads. The group believed that Earth was about to be wiped clean, and the only chance to survive was to leave it. Number 6. NXIVM. Keith Raniere and Nancy Salzman founded NXIVM as a so-called multi-level marketing company. The two started personal development workshops called Executive Success Programs. These courses claim to help celebrities, CEOs, and heiresses overcome fears, anxieties, and self-imposed limitations. However, NXIVM's $3,000 course was ultimately psychological manipulation, and a part of Raniere's pyramid scheme. Raniere, who is awaiting trial for sex trafficking and forced labor conspiracy, has branded the woman in the group with a symbol resembling his initials. Allison Mack, an actress known for her role in the TV series Smallville, was an alleged co-conspirator who has recruited women to sleep with Raniere and used damaging photos for blackmail. Number 5. Order of the Solar Temple. The Order of the Solar Temple was formed in 1984 by Joseph D. Mombro and Luc Jouret. Joseph was a devout Catholic until he discovered occultism in his 20s. The cult, based on New Age spiritualism, drew followers in Switzerland, France, and Canada. Members believed the world would be facing an apocalypse in the mid-1990s, for which they had to prepare by going on a spiritual plane. The founders of the cult, Luck Jorrit and Joseph Di Mambro, were allegedly forcing members to give them money and convincing them they should die burning to go to heaven. Number 4. Aum Shinrikyo Cult. The Japanese cult was behind the fatal nerve agent sarin attack on the Tokyo Underground in 1995. Its leader, Shoko Asahara, was recently executed. He was a partially blind former yoga instructor who had an apocalyptic obsession and proclaimed to be the first enlightened one since Buddha. The cult attracted young elite university students and graduates who believed that the apocalypse was near and that they would be the only ones to survive. Shoko Asahara made followers wear masks of his likeness and perfect salvation initiation headgear to align their brainwaves with his. The group still exists, going by the name of Aleph. Number 3. Children of God. The Family International is a cult founded in Huntington Beach, California, US, in 1968 by David Berg. It was initially named Teens for Christ, and it later gained notoriety as the Children of God. David believes Christians should live as simply as possible, and according to the first century church's teachings, because all others are fake. Female members were expected to seduce non-member men and recruit them. They were told they would be doing so in the name of God. This became known as flirty fishing. It is estimated that flirty fishing brought in 220,000 converts. The organization's most controversial practice was the sexual abuse of children. The Children of God, now known as the Family International, is still active today. Number 2. Rajneesh Param. Indian mystic Bhagwan Sri Rajneesh attracted followers by the thousands in the 1970s. He preached a religious-less religion that embraced sexual liberation. In the early 1980s, Rajneesh was having trouble with the Indian government and sent his followers to buy a ranch in Wasco County, Oregon, which they converted into a compound. The community attracted American and international followers, some of whom left families and high-paying jobs to meditate at the feet of Rajneesh. Wasco residents were frustrated by the cult members, knowing as Rajneeshis to begin with. Still, tensions rose when the Rajneeshis attempted to take over the government of the nearby town of Antelope. The cult collapsed after authorities deported Rajneesh and convicted some of his staff, including Secretary Ma Anand Sheela, orchestrating a food poisoning scheme against locals. No one was killed, but at least 700 people were poisoned to influence a local election. Number 1. The People's Temple. Jim Jones, a self-proclaimed messiah, was the leader of the People's Temple Agricultural Project. He and cult members physically and emotionally abused followers, and he had coerced many to transfer their possessions to the church. He proclaimed to have a vision of a nuclear attack and when it would occur, causing him to move his church from Indianapolis to San Francisco. There, Jones's ideology of social activism were welcomed. However, many didn't know that Jones was said to have been using heroin and speed and sexually, physically, and emotionally abusing Temple's members. The night after cult members killed U.S. Congressman Leo Ryan, who came to investigate conditions at the camp, Jones commanded his followers to drink poison, many forced at gunpoint. In all, over 900 people, one-third of them children under age 17, died on November 18, 1978. These organizations prey on the disillusioned and offer hope in the form of alternate, progressive lifestyles that are often not what they seem. That is it for today's video. Which of these cults do you find the most terrifying? Comment it down below. Do not forget to give us a like and subscribe to our channel, District 10 TV, for more videos like this. Thank you for watching, and see you in our next video.